Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to place reinforcement in a slab. Now we talk about slab, it can be slab on grade, roof, typical slab that we have within a building. Well, this is how does it look like. We have this slab as a thickness. I don't care about the beams here, the idea is just to provide the detailing. Now we have two sections as usual, to two sides. Two direction, section 1, section 2, in order to see within the slab what we have it. Now to provide slab reinforcement, now I can even start on the plan here. The section might not be required. I can click on the slab and here we have rebar and area. I can use both of them. Area might be easier if you have two layers which you don't have bent up bar. If you don't have bent up bar, you have two layers you can use to draw this reinforcement. Now what do I mean by this? You have reinforcement, let's say this have a slab like this, and inside it you have bars at the top, at the bottom, no bent up bar. So this is, it's like a box, a net you have at the top at the bottom, and sure you have the bars whether the bottom of them in the other direction as well. So this means what, you have bar in this direction and the other direction, so you have kind of like this bar in two directions. This can be used as area bar. Now when you click on the area, it's totally different than the normal. What you have to do, you have rebar line, so you draw a line somewhere. For example, you draw the line, let's say I start somewhere from here, you can draw the line. I know the length of it, still there is no hook here, we can go back and change those dimensions. For example, I have this one here, yes, this is the bar that I'm drawing here. Now here, what do we have? It's totally different. Within here, you have the major direction, you have the bar type here. I can select this one. For example, we have 10 here. Now, do you have a hook? You can simply provide hook here, 90-degree hook. The hook, the orientation is down or up. So we have layers, we have it, by the way, let's divide this one into more detailing. So we have top layer, those are all for the top layer, and we have also for the bottom layer. So it kind of directly, you will do for the two direction at once if you want to have the top and bottom. For example, you're providing directly the bottom and the top. So you have 10 standard hook, it's going to go down. The spacing between the bars, it basically means that you provide a spacing between them. The spacing between them, the number of bar. Then you have, do you have in the minor direction? Now minor direction means what? This is, if this is the direction, you have it here major, the other one will be minor direction. So in the slab, in two-way slabs, we have major and minor direction. Which one will be? So the short, and it will be the major, the long will be the minor direction due to the deflection that we have it. You're going to learn this one from the reinforced concrete design. So you will draw, for example, a direction, and you will provide also there. So I can go and provide, say, okay, I have the minor. I can say I don't have the minor direction, it will only be this direction. If I provide minor direction, the other direction as well be provided. So let's say also that direction is 10. For example, I don't want to have hook for them, it's possible. The spacing between them still the same way. Can go down one, this time we'll have the bottom one. So the bottom also similar. The bottom similar. We have the major direction, minor direction. We have it there. The same thing. I can do all the direction at once. So by providing the bars, spacing. Remember, this is kind of an area. There is no hook, there is no bent bar here. So if I press apply here, it's going to generate. So taking those things, and I press here, Okay, asking me to have a closed loop. Sorry, so we're gonna make a closed loop here. I think I can use, let's draw something here as well. I can just combine them together to be a closed. Is asking here, take the direction of that. I mean, in order to make it in this way, to be closed, to take each direction, you have it here. If I pressed OK here, the reinforcement will be placed within here. Now directly will be placed. You have it here. If I go to 3D, let's first select all of it, and I still have to, from the view, to make sure I can see it from the 3D. Then I can go to 3D in order to see those reinforcement, to see exactly. If you go to the section, you will see them. This is, how does it look like? Look, this is 2-layer, you have it. 2-layer, you have it. One side is hooked, the other side is not hooked. Look, I started from somewhere, not directly from the slab, directly start from the corner. You can do this one, you can go back and edit these things. So if you want to edit this one, you will go back to this, the cross. When you get the cross, you go for edit boundary. So I can go back to plan, will be easy in the plan. I can even move this one to the edge of the slab. I have it. You can use align. You realize that the area is going to take the things that you have it. Now this sign here, what does it mean? This is the major direction. So let's say that which one you want to accept as a major direction. This is this sign here goes for the major direction, so you can click on the major direction here, click on this line. So now I'll make this one major direction. Now the major direction, minor direction, I will explain for you here, but you will understand it if you took RC2. Now there is the effective depth in the slab that will go for the side which there is more moment, which will be in the main direction. In that case, the reinforcement will place it in a way that the depth of them will be higher, will be larger in the major direction. So you have this one. You can manage, edit them again, press OK. Now, same thing. If you realize that the reinforcement is not the place that you have it, again the same manner you can edit the cover, selecting the slab. Sorry, select the slab with the tab. Select the slab. You already know that there is some cover that you can select here. Let's say it's 10, 20, you have it here. If it is not, you can change it according to what you have. Covering is still the same thing. Now if I go to the sections, you will see the reinforcement directly inside here, placed. Now look at the hook here, it's more than what we have it here, yes, the hook. So I can click on this one, on the bar, to make sure the hook. Now, if you want to change bar here, even if you go inside here, you'll not be able to change the system. Only the hook I have it here. It's basically total hook length is 150 here. Which one we have it? 190 degrees. So I can change this one. Let's say I'll make this one to be 100. Not sure if 100 will be okay. I'll press OK. It didn't change, so it didn't accept this one. Well, we can still change it within the view. So in order to change this area, you have to find a cross, click the cross, it will bring it back the things that we have it here. This is the dimension, everything that we have it here. So we have standard hook here. If not, you can go for 180 degree. And then if I go for edit type here, well, kind of duplicating this one, not to change the thing that I have, but I'll make this one, let's say area slab, area bar. slab. Now I'm going to change the main one. So this is, now here the hook, I have it here, it's basically just down I have it, up I have it, and the degree I have it. Now 180 degree in the slabs are more recommended than 90. I'm not going to say that, but let's say that if it's 90 even, for the other one, which is, I can even for the other side, minor, I can provide hook there. So apply. Now 180 degree hooks will be seen in this manner in the slab. It goes back inside. If let's say that you still don't like this 180 degree and you still want to manage the hook size, selecting this one, it will select the bar, yes, but this, if you change it, nothing gonna change. It's kind of locked. So how would you be able to change this freely when using area? Well, in order to change these things, make sure you'll find the cross. Make sure you find the cross. So if you find the cross, select the cross. There is something we call the remove area system. The area system, what does it do? It will provide you two layers that you can edit them freely, more freely than the edit area here. So I remove the area system. So if I remove the area system, I have two layers. I have top layer, I have the bottom layer. This time I can manage this easier. For example, I can select the bars here. I can go for the type. For the hook, I can provide the hooks here by myself. From here even, I can select the hook at start, for example, to be 90 degree, and this one to be 90 degree here. I was supposed to bring them down, so I have to select them and tab it and press space. It will come down. Then I can go edit the, for example, the hook size. I have it there. Now the dimension of the hook 90 degree. We have 150. I can make sure this is smaller, 100. Press OK. Now I can manage this by what? By removing the system and provide the hooks that I have it here. This could be possible if you couldn't manage the bar things that you wanted in a system. It's not allowing you to do a lot of things there. Then you can remove the bar system and then you'll be able to go back to normal. Then you can edit the system that you have it there. If you want something, you can simply manage it. So for example, the bar here, I changed them to 90 degree hook, so I can change the other as well to 90 degree if I want to. That is possible. So for example, if I select this one here, it will show me that it's already 180 degree, so I can change this one to 90 degree, this one to 90 degree, and press apply. You should change those bars to 90 degree, and that's it. Same the other direction. But if it was in the area system, you could not change those. You could change the 90 degree, but to specify the length of them, you had to come back to the edit type here in order to change them. So in this manner, you could be able to do this one faster. Now this is very fast. The area, it's very fast to do. Let's say that I want to add, for example, bent a bar here. Say still I don't want this one. Say I want to remove the top layer. So I have the bottom layer, but I don't want this one. So I can provide, let's say I want to remove this layer here and the top layer here as well. Now I have the bottom layer. But I want to provide another system. At the top I don't have everything. I might have some bent up, some. How do I do this one? So I can still manage these bars here. Let's say I can increase the spacing for those bars, and then between them I can provide bent up bar. Like for example, the spacing between them 286, whatever it is, I can change this one to, let's say, 600 spacing between them. Now I made it and this direction as well. I will change the spacing to 600. Why? Because I want to provide bent bar. The same thing at the bottom, I can do it. Why? Because the bent bar will go from the top to the bottom, whatever. I can change the spacing, then provide the bent bar for myself. So this is, and the other direction. Now I made it what? 600 by 600. Then all I will provide, between them, I will provide a bent bar. Let's say I can use this system because it's easier for me to put the straight line, yes? If I go to the sections, what do I see? So let me do the sections in order to not see everything. Now this section, I'll make sure we'll bring it inside here. I don't want to see the hooks. For the other one as well, I'll bring it within the slab. I don't want to see the hooks. Now, look at here, we have the bars at the bottom, yes? Now, I want to place a bent bar here. So from the two direction. For example, for this direction I have it, for the other direction. Well, in order to do bent bar, I can use the normal bar system. So I will select the slab I have it. I can go for rebar here. Now in the rebar, you still have same options that you could do, whether sketching or providing from this rebar shape. So you will come inside here. This is, let me change the bar size to 10. Then we are in a current work plane because of the section and parallel to work plane. So you realize that it will be provided here, yes? Look at the bar, I have it here. Kind of, I have it inside. So I will choose this one here. It can be provided inside here. Well, we realize this is going to be placed here, so I have to change it. If it's be like this, or I can draw it by myself, which we already know how to sketch it. So I will do, for example, I'll just put this one here and just put some dimension over it. I don't know exactly how much will be the dimension, but let's say that provide some dimension for it. Whatever will be, we'll find it. Let's say I'll change the dimension here. This going to be 2000. Another one here will make 2000. So I change those two, the edge of it. I'll try to place it exactly to see how does it come, and then I'll change down. Try to move this one. Okay. I'll just do it fast here. I'm not going to go for the detail. Let's say this is, I have the dimension, you already know how to do it in the previous videos. Let's say I manage this dimension to be like this. Let's say we have this one. Now this is only provided one, so I have it here. It's been provided as one. For the spacing, I'll go to maximum spacing, the same thing. I'll provide 600, the same spacing there. Now it's supposed to be between them, yes? So how do I know this one? I can go to the other section to see if the bars that I place at the top, it's between them or not. If there is anything I cannot see it, I'll go to 3D here. If it's not clear for me, go to 3D. Oh, sorry, the 3D is not shown yet. I'll go back to the section. Select the bar. If you cannot see it, where do you come? You go to the view. Make sure it's going to be seen. Then we go back to 3D to see what do you have there. Now the bent bar here, you realize them. This is the bent bar. You can see where is it, yes? It exactly came over the bar. Now in order to manage it, you can go to the section. So whether this one will be moved here or this one will be moved in between them. The idea is what? to bring one of them to the middle or change their location. So within section 2.2, which the other section, I can, this bar, there is 2 bar here. There is 2 bar, we have it there. So if I select any of them, any of these bar, I have it there. Any of these bar here. If I select this one and basically move this one to somewhere here. Somewhere here. Now what happens? We stagger them in this one. If I go back to the 3D, to see what has happened, like this one came, just move it to see exactly where is it. For example, I move this one in a way to come here. This is from one side, I change it from this side. I have to change from both sides. So in this case, like this came here, yes, this is the bar, I have it. So this supposed to be changed as well. Both sides you can do it. So in order to make this one easier for myself, I can go to, from 3D I can even, hopefully get change from 3D, might be easier here. I can select the bar, because there will be grips that I can, this is the bent up bar, I have it here. So let's see if the grips, the grips here, this is the grip, I have it. So I can manage this to move them in a way that I have it here first. Then I can go to the section to place exactly the location they have it. So if I go back to the section 2.2, I'll bring this guy back to where it was the beginning here. I changed the top one, I changed the bottom one. It's here. Now I can, the spacing between them can be adjusted, or with a constraint as well I can manage it. So for example, I want to select this bar here, then I can manage this one the way that I want. This is, or the other one. With this one here, which I wanted here, this small bar, which is here. If I select this one, all of them will be selected, so I can manage this one to bring it somewhere here. Now how much you bring it, exactly supposed to be 300, so you can place some, annotate some dimensions to exactly to come exact under each other. So the spacing between them and the spacing for the other one, to make sure it comes exactly similar. If I go back to 3D, idea is what? I'm supposed to see the bent up bars and the straight bars somehow staggered in a way that they are not over each other. They will not be over each other because of the spacing that we have. So this way, you can manage in a 3D as well if you'd like to, or the main view. For example, this is one of them out here, yes, you can see it here. It's kind of, we'll bring this one back to inside in order to make sure that it will be the place that we have it. So placing bent up bar, it's recommended to go with the rebar. Now if you don't like this to mix them together, you can still go with the rebar the way that you did for beam. You will do the same thing as a slab, but remember you do it in 2 directions for slab. You'll do it in 2 directions. Now placing those things, you still can go to plan level 2. If you want to see reinforcement here, you can manage them nicer here. Still have problem here, yes? So the bars that I have it here, I can go with what? I can go with the edit constraint, and then I can force this bar to start from one corner. For example, starting from here, I'll give, let's say, 30 centimeters from here. So it will start from here, like it will directly go in between all of them. However, for the other side as well here, make sure this is gonna, for example, have 30 as well, to be exactly. Everything will be in the middle. Maybe constraint will be easier to work in the plan. Like if you don't see those dimensions here, if you don't see those lines within here, remember you'll go where in the view, when you click on the reinforcement, for example in the section, you can go to view, you can make sure you'll be able to see them in the, for example, top view here, the structural plan, this one. Like if you don't see them like this, you'll not be able to edit them inside here. Sometimes you don't see them inside here, like you'll not be able to edit them. It is possible to manage them here, will be easier. If not, from the 3D, from the sections, wherever you prefer, anywhere you go, you have a way to manage those things. So whether by using the annotate, by moving, by editing the constraint, wherever you prefer, you can still be able to manage those to put them. Now, I provide this one for what? Bent up in this direction. Yes, this is bent up this direction. I have to go to section 2 as well to provide another bent up here, which will be the top, and I have to again put them in between those at the top as well. In that case, I have bent up bar there. You could provide additional, let's say if you don't like the straight at the top, you can remove them and you can additional. Remember we said there is different way that we'll provide. Sometimes we have what? We have one bent up. I said this is the bent up going. Like we don't have straight at the top. So we don't have straight at the top. We have straight at the bottom, but we don't have at the top. So in that case, you don't need the top layer. You just have to put additional bars here, which you can sketch it by yourself easily, just somewhere here. No need to put the top bar here. Remember, I needed to understand what you're doing here. I can remove the layers. I don't need those layers, for example. Let's say I don't need the layers. I can just simply go and provide, let's say the top. Which one the top we have it here? This one here. Let's say I don't need the top here. I can provide additional later in between them. If I only have a bent up bar, let's say I have a bent up bar here, yes, and in between them we can add additional. Now additional you have to draw them by yourself somewhere here. You'll additional how much is going to go, the top, you can provide them in between here. For example, there, in between the bent up bar. For the top layer, this is the easiest way to go from the sections. One of the sections you will go inside it and you will draw this line from the top. The length of it you will know it from. Remember all of this length, all of them will be shown on the design, because when you're using design it will be shown. I'm not sure if any question comes to your mind now. If we use the Revit to design, yeah, we're not going to do detailing. We'll go to design and there will be some programming that they will do auto detailing for us. So there is something, yes, if you're going to use for design with another software or a built-in software inside here, that's possible to do the design, and the detailing of reinforcement will be done with another add-in program. That's also possible. But if you have a design which already done with the E-tabs or other things, you can remodel them inside here in the project and people can see them, find the dimensions. For example, anyone want to know, for example, how much is the length of these bars, they can just simply click on them and they get all the information within. We'll provide this one with a table as well, which will come, we call bill of quantity. We can provide all of this with a table to people. I believe this is enough for slab. Remember, any extra additional reinforcement or you want to add it, you can go for sketch. Sketch, for example, sometimes in some codes, the corners we have reinforcement like this. Now you can provide those with what? With the sketching. You can go and sketch this one. This is according to the negative moment that these corners will be cracked. Some codes providing this reinforcement. Or maybe you have a gap. You have a gap and the reinforcement is not going to be regular, so you have to go with the sketching. Remember, sketching is something more professional. You will be able to do whatever the reinforcement shape that you want to model. Thanks for watching.